I just say you got a competitive advantage if you know someone. Like if someone's gonna wear a brace, guess what? I'm gonna hit it every time.
Yeah, I mean,
Every time.
you do you, I guess. I mean,
Well,
yeah,
I may have been a dirty player back
I
then.
mean, got a man of the word over here saying to go out and hit people. It's like I'm gonna make sure to get they know I'm here. So welcome back to another episode of the Kingdom Corner. We are your host. I'm Andrew, and this is my good friend Dale. And Dale, it is Giants Week. I don't know if we've ever called it Giants Week before in Chiefs Kingdom, but when you're 0-2, it's whoever you're playing week.
Yeah, well, yeah. When you're 0-2, our backs are against the wall. We got to see a little fight from the boys, and let's get a dub out of this
That's
weekend.
That's right. That's right. So, hey, we want to remind you up front too, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, all of those good things. Get this great content out for everybody else to be a part of too. So please do that. That helps us way more than you even realize. So, but let's jump into this. So we got Sunday night against the New York Giants, who are also 0-2. So someone's coming out of this a winner.
Yeah, someone's leaving 1-2, and I wonder if the NFL knew beforehand that the Chiefs and the Giants would be both 0-2 going into a primetime Sunday night football. I doubt it. I doubt it.
I doubt as well. I can't imagine you would have signed up for that for two 0-2 teams to be playing week three of Sunday night.
Yeah, but a lot of promise out of both teams. I mean, we always know the Chiefs are fantastic and the dynastic run that they're on right now. And then the New York Giants, they got a lot of new faces over there and a lot of things to be excited about. And so, well, it's going to be a tough matchup.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's jump into this. So let's start with this Chiefs offense because I feel like that is one of the biggest question marks for this whole Chiefs
Oh,
team
yeah.
is the Chiefs offense. So let's start with this. Should the Chiefs trade for a running back?
Oh, yeah. We kind of touched on this last episode, but yes,
Yeah.
100%. We need to get a running back. I mean, you see what Cook is to the Buffalo Bills and just how much like just takes off so much pressure off Josh Allen. And I think just be able to hand the ball off 19 times. I saw just recently 19 times to Cook, and I think he had like 108 yards. So I mean, like that's
Yeah.
huge. Just to be able like that's 19 times Pat doesn't have to throw, 19 times he doesn't have to run. It's just it's nice, and so and it keeps excuse me the opposing defense like in check. You can't just
Yeah.
blitz. You have to like, okay, we have to prepare for the run. Okay, we have to make sure we know where he's at all times. But yes, I would be a huge fan of trading for a running back.
All right. Well, here are some players that have been mentioned alongside the Chiefs for
Okay,
potential trade partners as far as running backs go. So, Alvin Kamara,
come on,
Devon
love that
Achan
guy.
from the Dolphins, Jerome Ford from the Browns, who has been rumored to already be on the trading block, anyways, and also Brees Hall from the Jets. Is there
They
any of
got
those but that you would prefer to target versus the others?
well, if Alvin Kamara was 5 years ago, that would be the first one.
Yeah, yeah.
So now he is a little older. I mean, last couple of years it feels like he's had dealt with a lot of injuries here lately, and so that'd probably be the one. Even though I love him, I love watching him play because he is electric. He reminds me of Marshawn Lynch a little bit, but a little more finesse, if you will. And
Yeah.
so, but yeah, definitely a little older in the running back. Achan is I mean, that guy is so good to watch and so much fun, and he gets yards. He has the vision. But yeah, the Brees Hall is probably the most intriguing one because he's young. He's only,
Yeah.
I think this is his third year in the league. I know he had an injury and then kind of came back from that, and then yeah, so that'd be the one
Yeah.
I
I
think I'd
think this
go.
is his fourth year. So he
Okay,
potentially could be a free agent this next offseason anyway. So maybe the Jets would look to get some capital out of him if they're
yeah,
not going to re-sign him anyways. And from everything that I've seen, there's no even talks going on right now that they're going to sign him, which kind of tells you that maybe they're just far
right,
apart on whatever it
right,
is. So I mean, you might only get a 1 year deal out of him unless he comes in and explodes, and we think, oh man, that's somebody we want to keep around. But
right.
of those, Jerome Ford is probably the most likely to be traded, just because
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure these other ones will be. Now, I do think HN would be an interesting candidate because the Dolphins have that other rookie running back, so a guy
Right.
who's younger and cheaper who looks really good too. And so maybe the Dolphins would think we already got one good running back. Let's
Right.
trade this other one and get something for him. So I would think that might be another potential trade option. So I would take any of those guys, honestly,
Yeah, yeah.
to go with what we got. But here's the flip side. Do you think that Kareem Hunt should be starting over Isaiah Pacheco?
I think so. If I told you that was my big hot take. You said that's a pretty hot take. Man, Pacheco's going down the
Yeah.
depth chart. He is sliding down, and quickly
I think
because
no, the
we are not
hot
the only
take he
one.
said. Hold on, hold on.
Oh, okay,
Don't
okay.
be like making stuff up here.
I'm not. Listen,
Your
that was your
your
word.
your
We
hot
can.
take, your hot take was that Elijah Mitchell would be climbing the depth chart.
No, no. I said Smith.
Okay,
Smith.
well, either one.
Either
Not,
one. But yes, like I'm saying, well, if you're bumping him down, you might as well see what you got in the other guys. For sure.
yeah,
I think, and I've heard on other platforms where, yeah, that's a big Achilles heel with the Chiefs' offense is the run game, and if you don't have to prepare for the run game, I mean, and again, we kind of talked about Kareem Hunt and how he's a little bit older, a little bit longer in the tooth, and he can hit the hole, but he's only going to get you 5-6 yards, which is enough, right?
which is more than Pacheco's getting you though. Uh,
Wow.
well, in the last game against the Eagles,
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
Kareem Hunt averaged almost a yard and a half more per carry than Pacheco did.
Wow,
And that
wow.
includes, remember, that includes Hunt coming in on short yardage plays where the defense
Right.
knows you're running.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you other than I don't know that Hunt's bodies would hold up for the whole season to be
Right.
the featured back. But as far as production goes at this point, he looks a lot better than Pacheco
Yeah,
does.
and he is definitely thinner and looks faster this year than he did last year because he was kind of sitting on the couch waiting for a team
Yeah,
he had a whole training camp and then yeah. So again, if we could have got Kareem Hunt 5 years ago, I think
we'd be set. We wouldn't even be
we
having this
we would have been
conversation.
this would not be a conversation. So, but yeah, no, I think we do. Yeah, that Ford guy would be pretty interesting to grab, but yeah,
Yeah, he's had some uh, fun, interesting games. Ford
yeah,
has, but nothing necessarily,
right,
nothing long term. Let's put it that way. He's had
right, yeah,
a
yeah.
couple of really big games, like even 2 games in a row that have been really big.
So the
So
Dolphins are 0-3, right?
yeah, yeah.
So what point do they start like, let's just start getting picks?
I'm not sure they're there yet. So I think even if the Chiefs make a trade, it's not going
Uh-huh.
to be this week. No,
Okay.
maybe they could surprise
No,
me.
yeah.
Maybe these
Yeah.
teams would be willing to move on already and just say, "Well, we're giving up," But
Right.
I
Well,
don't.
I think it depends on what they do with their head coach, and then I think it depends, and also what the Jets do this weekend. I mean, I know they're playing. Who are they playing? I just heard on
Couldn't tell
Monday
you.
night they're playing. Yeah. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's my next thing for you.
All right.
With the passing offense,
Yeah.
does Worthy or Rice coming back, do they make that big of a difference? I'm not saying they're not going to be impact players, that they won't make plays,
Right.
but are they going to be enough to actually make this offense explosive again? Or is it just going to be, a step up from where it is now?
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a step up, like a big step up from where it's at now. Because even if Worthy isn't 100%, which I doubt he'll be 100% going in, because he'll be wearing a brace and things like that, but you still have to account for him because of Patrick Mahomes and how he can pass the ball. He can just put it in the basket, right? And where he's not extending and things like that. Not every time, Andrew. I
Hey,
know,
I
but
got something for you
we,
coming up. Don't you
okay.
worry.
I
Don't you
know
worry. I got
he's
it
gonna,
bacon. I
but
got it
get
bacon.
you gotta account for Worthy, right? If you're a defensive
Yeah,
player,
yeah,
you got
I
to know
do.
where he's at on the field. So I think that's gonna help Thornton. I think that's gonna help Juju. I think that's gonna help Travis.
Yeah. Hey, I hope you're right in all those ways. Here's the thing I got. So,
All right.
yes, I think they're going to help the offense out. I don't think they're going to make it explosive.
Okay.
I don't think at this point they will. Now, I'm not saying that you won't get one or two more plays out of them,
All
even
right.
big plays. I mean, Travis Kelce giving you one good play a game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you'll get that out of those two as well, maybe even one more. But I don't think they're going to take them to the tier that I thought they're going to be at before the season started. I mean, I had a bold
Right.
prediction saying the Chiefs we have a top 5 offense. Now I'm just hoping they have a top 15 offense.
Oh man,
So
where are
they're
they at? Where are they at in the offensive ranking?
well. I'm glad you asked.
25?
Yeah. Are you talking about in points or just as far as yards go?
Just total. All right, I guess whatever you want to give me, I'll take.
Whatever I want to give you. Oh well,
Yeah.
whatever I want to give you is not going to be what you want to
Well, I
bet.
mean, I've only averaged 19 points a game, right? That's got to be close somewhere there because 21 and 17, somewhere in there.
They're 18th overall.
Oh, and total offense?
Yeah, just total offense. So,
Yeah. And their two best players aren't even on the field yet.
well, I don't
I mean, hey,
disagree. I don't disagree with you. I'm just telling you
I
where
know,
they're
but
at.
like Rasheed Rice has not been on the field since what, week 3 of last year? Week 4?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So I
And
mean, like, you remember
well,
how impactful he was?
yeah. Well, think about this though too, and that's just total offense and scoring offense. They're number 24.
Okay.
I mean,
Now we
where's
go. Now we go.
I'm again, I'm not saying that they're not going to
Yeah.
make a difference, but keep this in mind too. Rasheed Rice, to your point,
Uh,
has not been on a football field in a long time.
right.
Yes, he was at training camp, but that's
Yeah.
not the same as we've talked about many times. That's not the
Yeah.
same as live action football, regular season
Right.
games. So it's going to be over a calendar year before he's actually back on the field.
Yeah.
That's a long time not playing
It's a
football.
long, long time. You're not
Yeah.
lying. It's a long
So
time.
that's what I'm saying. I think he will improve the offense. I'm not saying
Yeah.
he won't. I just don't think it's going to make them take the leap that everybody thinks it's going to. Now,
Okay.
I hope I'm wrong. I would love to eat these words and just say, you know what? I was wrong. I would
I just
love to say that.
I
Love
wrote
it.
it down. I wrote it down. You said
All
the
right.
Chiefs are done.
That's not what I said.
You said
No,
you're selling your season
I
tickets. Yes.
said no. This guy. No, what I said was they're not going to be as explosive people are expecting them
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
when they
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
back.
I'm with you. I also said that he's going to have the scoring touchdowns. He's going to have 55 touchdowns this year. So I mean,
Yeah, yeah, you're not on track for that. Right now,
no.
he's averaging about 1 a game, so
Well, hey,
way off. He's gonna have to step that up to about 5 a game to hit your mark here.
right.
So, but and the thing about Worthy too, coming off that injury, as you mentioned, he's gonna
Yeah.
be in that brace. All
Yeah.
it's gonna take is one hit for him to be
One
sidelined
hit.
again, because
One.
that shoulder, that arm that he
Oh.
injured, that's something that gets hit all the time for wide
Oh.
receivers, stretching out for the ball, getting pulled down by it. So the
Getting
likeliness,
jammed.
yeah,
I'd jam that shoulder every time if I was a DB. I would smack it every time.
yeah, we know you and the Saints from back in the day. You know that bounty hunting going on. So,
I
uh,
just say you got a competitive advantage if you know someone like if someone's gonna wear a brace. Guess what? I'm gonna hit it every time.
yeah, I mean,
Every time.
you do you, I guess. I mean,
Well,
yeah,
I may have been a dirty player back
I
then.
mean, got a man of the word over here saying to go out and hit people. It's like I'm going to make sure to get they know I'm here. So, oh man,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's so likely that he get injured that again though, just
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
of the position he plays and how those defenses will
Right.
play. To
Right.
your point too, but keeping on about the offense, did you hear what Travis Kelce said about his workload? Did you hear that?
I did not hear that. It was on a podcast
So
or what was it
it
on?
was on his podcast. I just saw a clip from it.
Okay.
So, but what he said was like the team is putting too much on my plate is basically what he said. I'm like, now
Well, don't cash the
maybe
checks then. Don't cash the
that's
checks.
right.
Like, go on a vacation. I don't know what to tell you, bud.
Here's the exact quote. He said the team
Okay.
is quote has put a lot on my plate. That's what he said. And so, but and it, if you listen, to it, he's basically saying, the reason I'm struggling is because I have so much I have to do. It's like, well, and to your point, if you're going to be a superstar player and want to get paid like a superstar player,
Yeah.
why are you even saying that? I know you're
Yeah.
trying to give your fans or whoever inside access to your games and your thoughts and all those things, which
Right.
I'm all for that. But even if you think that, you never say that.
Those are inside words.
Because if I'm a coach and I hear that,
Yeah.
guess who I'm calling into my office the next day you're in the building? You and I
Yeah.
are having a conversation saying, you want to tell me what this comment's about? What do you mean too much on your
Too
plate?
much. Yeah.
I thought you were an NFL veteran here. I thought you knew
Yeah.
how to play the game. I thought you knew the roles that were required of you. I thought you knew what was going to be required if people went down with injuries. I thought you knew this because you're a veteran in
Yeah.
this league and supposedly a leader and captain of this team.
Right.
Is that who you are or not? Like these are the conversations that I would be having as a head coach with Travis Kelce if I
Yeah.
heard these comments. And I'm sure surely somebody's going to point that out to Andy
Oh
Reid.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And I don't imagine Andy Reid is going to let that slide either, though. I think they might be having a conversation. It might not be quite as harsh as I just laid out, but they might
Yeah.
still be having a conversation about this.
Well, I just think like, well, how about we focus on catching the ball, and then
Yeah,
then there's not too much on your plate. You know what I'm saying? Catch the ball.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know. That's what you get paid
yeah,
to do in the
yeah.
block.
Exactly, exactly. So, but let me finish up this thought with
All
this too,
right.
though.
Go ahead.
As far as this offense goes, do you think Mahomes is part of the problem?
Yeah, he even so like admitted it to being part of the problem when he's like, "Hey, I'm not. I if I would just stay in the pocket just a few moments longer, there are guys that are wide open that I'm missing." And so I think he's still shell shocked from his old offensive line where we had a left guard move out to left tackle and they couldn't
Yeah,
block for him, and he needs.
yeah,
I think it's going to take a little bit for him to trust those guys that they're going to hold up. And then I know Kingsley, I mean, he's doing the best he can, and he's probably the weakest link on the line right now. But he needs to trust those guys. And so I do think he's a bit of a problem because of how he's running so much and that he's on pace to break 1,000 yards rushing this year, which is not what we want our quarterback to be doing. We do want him to run. I mean, definitely when it's available, but like I think he's dropping the ball, dropping his eyes too soon, and taking off. So
yeah.
yeah, I think he's bit of the problem.
Well, and not only that, when guys are open, he's missing them.
Yeah,
Like there's times that and I understand every throw's not going to be perfect. It's the
no,
NFL. I understand that,
right,
especially when you have pressure in your face or whatever it is. But there's times, like last week, Thornton was wide open, didn't have a guy within 10 yards of him, something like that,
yeah,
maybe
yeah, yeah,
more.
yeah.
It was, I mean, you don't get more wide open than he was in the NFL ever.
Right,
And Mahomes missed him by probably 10 yards.
man.
Like you don't even have to get it to him quick. You can loft that up there. He can wait for it, catch it, and still run for a touchdown
Oh
because of
yeah,
how open he was. Now, Thornton has missed some catches he should have made deep, so maybe he wouldn't have caught it. Who knows? But
yeah. I mean,
but
yeah.
but if you loft it with enough air, you and I could catch it if you
Oh,
just loft it to us. But well, maybe. So
maybe
let,
10
let's
out of
not.
10, 10 out of 10 times for sure.
Yeah, okay, but Mahomes is part of that, and to your point, he doesn't trust his offensive line. But Josh Simmons last week, zero pressures given up. The
That
rookie
dude,
left
I'll tell
tackle.
you, the play he made chasing that cornerback or safety or whoever had the interception was incredible. I mean,
Yeah,
I've watched that thing probably 100 times. Like the angle
it's
he
good.
took, it's like I was scared the big man was going to get hurt
Yeah,
doing that. I was like, hey, let's save. Don't hurt yourself. But that guy is going to be a Kansas City Chief for a long time.
yeah. Well, you probably saw too on that play. He was running 18 miles an hour.
Gee whiz.
I mean,
Guys that big should not be
that
able to
is
do that. Guys
no.
that big, that's like, man, that is not right.
Yeah, that's moving. So search for a guy that size. But the flip side is too, I think part of the problem with the passing game is that they're chipping to help Juwan Taylor on the right side almost every play. I mean,
Yeah,
watch it, whether it's Travis Kelce, Noah Gray, and so that's another
yeah,
2 to 3 seconds longer it's going to take them to get to their route and to their break.
yeah,
And so it's just, yeah, Mahomes does not trust those guys yet. He should start trusting that backside a little bit with Josh Simmons back there. But yeah, he does not
yeah.
trust us. And Mahomes, we have made the argument for it, and I still make the argument that maybe he's the best quarterback that's ever played the game. Right. So,
Oh,
and
I think you can make that. I think that's a fair argument.
if that's the case, eventually you have to start making plays and
Yeah,
elevating the guys around you, right? I mean, we've talked about
yeah,
Josh Allen even the last couple years. Like, man, his weapons are decreasing, and look, that their offense production has not slowed
right.
down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
His
And
credit,
I mean, ramped up. I mean, really,
yeah,
I think he's gotten better with getting rid of Stephon Diggs
yeah,
and things like that when Gabe Davis. But I like
yeah,
because I think though where he doesn't, he's just dicing people up with all his weapons that he has over there, and so it's a little bit of the Kansas City Chiefs that used to be, but we just have not had the ball catchers like he has.
yeah. Well, and so that's my point, though, is
Yeah,
if Mahomes is the greatest player that's ever played, or maybe even the greatest player currently playing, however you want to phrase it,
yeah,
but but if that's the case, he should be elevating the guys around him instead of being, as you put it, shell shocked back there of, man, I'm about to get hit. I
Right.
gotta get rid of this fast.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I,
yeah.
so he's not really settling in. He's not really making reads. I mean,
Right.
even a few years ago when he was being rushed, he was
Yep.
still making accurate throws. He was
Well,
just
yeah.
throwing them fast. And this year he's making fast throws and he's not making accurate throws. He is
Right.
so quick to release it that he is uh, making it inaccurate and making
Right. Right. Right.
harder balls to catch.
Well,
So
and I think like to that point, also in his younger days, I know that sounds wild to say. I mean, he's still pretty young, 30 years old,
he's 30
but
now.
he's yeah, he's pretty young. He would hold on to the ball, and not cross the line, and then find somebody. You know, like he doesn't do that anymore. It's more like I'm going to take it down. Now he does it occasionally. I shouldn't say anymore. Occasionally he'll throw it, like stay behind the line and then throw it. But now it seems like it's more so I'm going to pull it down and I'm running
Yeah,
instead of
well,
like yeah,
and I agree with that too. But
yeah,
part of that I think is also how defenses are starting to play him
oh
too.
yeah, yeah,
They're not
yeah,
allowing him to do that because they would rather him scramble
yeah.
rather than making a huge play down the field. And so I think they're trying to take that away. And they're, you, if you watch, he doesn't have much time when he starts to scramble. If he wanted to run sideways,
Yeah.
those guys are right on him. So he's got to either go or throw. And it's just, there's not much in between.
No.
But the offense has got to take a step up if this team is going to turn the corner here and start winning some games. The offense has got to improve. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
So this Giants defense that we're going up against,
Whew.
they just gave up over 40 points against the Cowboys last week.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there is still early in the season. We don't know exactly who everybody is yet, but from the looks of it, the Chiefs should get right this game.
Man, I think the Cowboys are good.
Oh, well, I'm not saying they're not, but
Well, I
the
mean, like
cow the
they fought the Eagles, right? That defensive line that the New York Giants have is probably right behind the Eagles defensive line.
all right. It
Uh, you know, whether like just the players they have and the be able to pass rush and things like that. And so like I think that's why it's so important that our run game has to start going because if
yeah.
those defensive linemen can just pin their ears back and run and chase Mahomes or contain him, like it is going to be a long day, long night, and could be a terrible night.
Yeah, well, I hope it's not a terrible night, but you're right though. It's just
Yeah,
they've got to they've got to get going. So the Giants defensive line is probably the
uh,
best part of their defense. They got a
yep,
lot of guys on there that have made plays for many years, and some are younger guys too. But they've got a great defensive line. They sacked Russell Wilson 3 times last week, and Russell Wilson, he doesn't scramble near as much as he used to, but he's
right,
still an elusive quarterback to bring down, even if
yep.
he doesn't scramble as much. So they brought him down 3 times, and I think he dropped back like 52 times to throw those
Oh my
games. So
goodness.
he was airing it out though, as we'll get to in a second. So, but yeah, the Chiefs have got to do something against that Giants defense. If the Chiefs offense can't get going against this defense, though, man, we got a problem
Well,
because the,
we hitting the panic button? Are we hitting the panic button, bud?
we'll find out. We'll find out. So I like I said, they're 0-2, but I felt better after this last week than the
Yeah.
first week. So I don't want to be too preemptive here about what's
Well,
gonna happen, but
and I still think like the 0 and 2, I think is a bigger story than it really should be because I feel like even we talked about on the first week against the Chargers, they were a play or two away from. I mean, again, we talked about Chris Jones as he goes outside instead of inside and can hey, I mean, we're getting the ball back, and what do you think Mahomes is going to do? He's going to go down and score. And then even like the Eagles, I mean, the stupid tush push and them cheating and the refs cheating us out of that win. You know, no, I'm just joking. But I'm just saying, like, there was a play or two that
yeah,
we could have made that we could have been like, okay, we're so. I mean, like, even though we're 0 and 2, I still feel like we're still the Kansas City Chiefs, and
yeah,
we're still going to find a way. And so, yes, I think you mentioned in the pre episode, like we went on a 17 run with like one score games, and
yeah,
like they're not always going to bounce the Kansas City Chiefs way, right? And we have
yeah.
been very fortunate that they have bounced our way, but it doesn't mean it's always going to bounce our way.
Yeah. Well, and that just shows you too just how close all these NFL teams are.
Right.
Like every game can come down to, three, four, five plays that could change
Yeah.
the game. And they could change the game to make it a one score game, or they could change the game to make it a three-score game
Right, right, right.
between just a handful of plays. And so that's why the NFL is so much fun to watch, though, because all these teams, even the bad teams,
Right.
they can all compete. They all got players on their team, and that
Yeah.
salary cap helps keep that in check too. But all these teams can beat any team if the team's not ready.
Yeah. Well,
Because
in fact, oh,
yeah,
sorry. Keep going.
no, I'm just gonna finish
Oh,
up. Just say, hey, if you're not ready, if that ball bounces the wrong way, it might get you 1 week.
right. And I think like the league is set up for, especially the Chiefs right now, to not win.
Yeah,
Right? Because in the draft order, you're supposed to be worse. Like the Chiefs are supposed to be worse because we're their draft every year. And for the last 7 years, we've had like we're late 20s, and here we are, like still playing at a high level, which is incredible. And shout out to Brett Veach, right? And Veach we trust. So, yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Anyway,
it is. It is. So hopefully they can get it figured out. And so we talked about Russell Wilson a little bit. He dropped back 52 times last week. He had 450 yards passing last week.
come on.
Uh, man, against the Cowboys, and so it's the second highest of his career. So potentially, again, their defensive line is the best part of that Giants
Yeah.
defense, but they gave up a lot of points last week. The Giants have great weapons for Russell Wilson to throw to. They have
Yeah.
three, you know, potential. Well, they have at least one elite wide receiver and two
Yep.
great wide receivers.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Malik Nabers had 167 yards last week and two touchdowns, and they got a young guy Robinson who had 140 yards and a touchdown last week. So I mean, they got some guys that can make plays, and he did 140 on 10 catches. So it wasn't like he was just targeted,
Right.
three or four times. So
Yeah. Yeah.
all these guys have got to be covered. And if we go back to how our defense played in that first week against the Chargers, where guys were wide open, it is
Yeah.
going to be a close game to the very end.
Oh yeah, I mean, what's crazy? Russ Wilson's still got a little bit in the tank, still got a
Yeah.
little bit in there, and he can throw that moon ball. Man, that
Oh
moon
yeah.
ball is unreal.
Man, he might be the best in the history of the league to throw the moon ball.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's an exaggeration at all.
No.
He is fantastic at it.
Yeah.
So the Chiefs' defensive line, though, they've got to get right this game. We've been talking
Man.
about them for the last 2 weeks not being able to get pressure. Last week, Spags blitz over and over and over again, basically every time they drop back. Not really, but pretty much
Yeah.
because we couldn't get pressure with four.
Right.
We're going to get anything going this season. We have got to start getting pressure
Yeah. Yeah.
because George Karlaftis, he, had a great second year last year. This year, nowhere to be found.
No. MIA, huh?
Charles Omenihu,
Man.
I mean, zero pressures on the quarterback so far this year. I mean,
Oh
and I know Mike Dana's been injured a little bit too, got banged up, and so
my
he may or
guy.
may not be available. But yeah, that's your guy right
That's
there.
my guy, Mike
So,
Dana, man.
but I mean, just we are not creating pressure like we need to. So this defense
Right.
is they've got to step up if we're going to start
Yeah.
winning
Yeah.
some of these games.
Yeah. Well, and yeah. I mean, the rookies are gonna have to, maybe ramp it up, not
Yeah.
play like rookies.
Yep. All right. Well, here's the keys to the game for me. You can
All
share me
right.
yours too. First off, you got to pressure Russell Wilson. I know
Yep.
he's a mobile quarterback, but he's not as mobile as he used to be. And so, like any quarterback, you get them out of the rhythm and you can affect that. So, if you let him get comfortable and let him start throwing for another 450 yards, I
Yeah.
don't know that we're going to have enough offensive power to keep up. And so, you got to get pressure on Russell Wilson. And then you have to run the ball. I don't know how else to say it. You got to run the ball. And I'm not saying just hand it to him. It's like, well, it's another 2 yards. Guess we're not getting it.
Right.
Isaiah Pacheco, Kareem Hunt, Rashad Smith, Elijah
Man.
Mitchell, if you get in there, whoever it is, whoever's getting the ball,
Yeah.
we got to do something.
Yeah.
This, 2 yards of carry is not working. We got to get some guys out there. Last week, I believe the Giants gave up almost 5 yards of carry. I think 5.1 yards of carry last week to running back. So
Okay.
potentially we should be able to start running the ball at least a little bit this game, and we need to do it.
All right. Yeah, we do. We do need to run the ball. Was that your offensive
That's
and
it.
defense?
Run.
Contain.
I mean, I could really go through all the basics of the
Yeah,
NFL
yeah.
and of the game and say, catch the ball,
Catch the
run the
ball.
ball, throw it accurately. you know, pressure the quarterback,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
contain your wide receiver.
yeah,
I go
yeah,
through all those basics, but yeah,
yeah,
those are my big ones. Run the
yeah.
ball, pressure the quarterback.
Yeah, I think the big one that sticks out is like you just mentioned the 450 yards. I mean, the DBs for me is like going to be interesting to watch because we've talked about the DBs and the safeties being the weakest point of this defense, even though we harp on the defensive line, but they're pretty good run stoppers, but not so much rush passers or yeah,
Yeah,
pass rushers. So yeah, I think that will be the DBs watching the DBs and how they guard Malik Nabers and the other guys. And then for me, I just want to see Xavier Worthy take the top off, and I think be able to have a bunch of yards this game in New York, Sunday Night Football. I mean, the lights are the brightest on these primetime games where you're the only game on TV, and so Kansas City, let's show them who we are. Not
yeah,
not the last couple of games. Let's show them who we really are, and let the league know we're back.
that's right. Or we never left, right?
Well, never left.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Never left.
All right. Well, this year seems like the Chiefs kind of reversed roles as compared to last year. The last two
Yeah.
years, the Chiefs have played very sound football and they've waited for a team to make a mistake and then they've kind of jumped on it. And this year seems kind of be the opposite. Like the Eagles, even last week, they were just kind of hanging around, not really doing much,
Right.
even though they might have seemed to be the better team that game, and they were based on the score. But they just seemed like they were just waiting for the Chiefs to make a mistake, and they did. And
Yeah.
those mistakes cost them. And it seems like that's kind of what the Chiefs have become this year. And so if the Chiefs happen to lose this game against the Giants, okay, and they fall to 0-3. So, and I'll tell you this too, the Giants are the only team in the NFL that the Chiefs have not beaten on the road in their history.
Yeah. That's why that's crazy.
So 0-7. So not many times they played on the road against us,
Right.
but 7 times, since the 70s that they've played on the road and they've never beaten them. So if the Chiefs fall to 0-3, are they in trouble?
Are you asking me this?
I'm asking you.
I thought it was rhetorical. Yes, they're in trouble because only one team has ever come back or made the playoffs after being starting 0-3. But yeah, I think I think it's really like looking at the depth chart and the players and be like, okay, yeah, we love a lot of players on this roster, but like, who's going to help us to win? Again, we don't want to do the 10-year lull that the New England Patriots had when Tom Brady won three, and then it was 10 years later before he won the next three. And
Yeah.
so I think, especially with Mahomes going into his prime, like right now, or some would say he's been in his prime the whole time. I don't know, but like at that age bracket here where the game is slowing down and becoming easier, and maybe he's not as fast, but he can still make all the throws. Like, yeah, that should be the time we should be looking like, okay, how can we make this the best possible team? Maybe get him a freaking running back would be nice.
That would be. So if they go 0-3 though,
Uh-huh.
does that mean that they're on the descent as many Super Bowl losing teams have been where they've won and then kind of fallen off?
Yeah, no, I
Would
think
you
like,
officially
yeah.
say that they're on the descent if they go 0-3?
I would say they're trending that way unless they
Yeah.
make some drastic changes
Yeah, I would agree
to
with that.
yeah,
They would have to
they're
make some changes if
right.
they're not going to continue that trend. But if they go 0-3 to start the
Yeah,
season, I would say that they are for sure in trouble and they are trending towards losing all that momentum and losing
right.
the fear factor in them is I think we can both agree is gone now. When you
Yeah.
start 0-2, nobody's going to fear you anymore. And
Yeah.
so you're that
But how
could
many
be
times
good,
have
could
we
be bad. Who knows?
how many times have we seen the Patriots though with Tom Brady where they went like 0-2 or 0-1? It was like, I mean, I remember that year where the Alex Smith and Kareem Hunt went up to New England after they won the Super Bowl and just beat the brakes off of them.
Yeah.
And
That was Kareem Hunt's rookie year, his
yep,
breakout game, man.
he fumbled his first carry.
Yep.
Yep. And but everyone the next day was like, the dynasty's over. And I think he played 5 more years, in New
Yeah,
England. I
probably
mean, so I
so.
mean, think so. And it was like, yeah, I just think we're sometimes too quick, or we're very quick to call someone's demise.
All right. Well, I would agree with that. So
Well, the great
it is
theologian
something
Taylor
to.
Swift. Yeah, the great theologian Taylor Swift said, "Haters are gonna hate."
That's right. Hate, hate, hate.
That's right.
So, all right. Hey, what is your score prediction for this game? Who's going to win
Man,
and by how
we are
much?
favored by 5.5, which I feel like is high for us. So, but I'm
Yeah.
going. I'm going. We're gonna control this game. It's gonna be 10-21
All right.
Chiefs. 10-21 Chiefs.
All right. I got something a little bit closer than that. I
Okay.
got 27-21 Chiefs.
Okay. All right.
So I think Malik Nabers are gonna get at least one touchdown in there. We'll
Right.
see. Hey, I would love it to be 38-3. That'd be
That'd be
fantastic.
fantastic.
So, all right, let's do our pick six real quick as we wrap up. So far, we are both tied with our record at
All
five and
right.
seven.
So I did pretty bad last week. I did pretty bad. So Travis Kelce, if he would have caught that touchdown, whew,
I know that would have helped you a lot.
I'd have
So
been 6-6, man. Man.
yeah, yeah.
So
So
anyway,
if only.
it's only
So all right, the Chiefs favored by 5.5 or 16
okay.
on where you're looking at. I
Yeah.
think the Chiefs are going to cover this.
All right. I'm gonna go. I'm just for the sake. I know my score says they're gonna cover it. I'm going the under.
Oh, all right.
So I guess yeah, that'd be the Giants. Pick the Giants money, the line.
That's what it seems like. All
All
right.
right.
So total score of over under 44.5.
All right. Going the under.
All right. Man, that's so close. I'm going to take the over just to be different as
All
well.
right. All right.
Hopefully I can get a few more games on you here. All right. So then we have Pacheco rushing and receiving combined for 60 yards. I'll take the under on that.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to do it from the sideline. I'm taking the under.
You're already counting on him being benched, huh?
I
All
tell
right.
you, I mean, like the film doesn't lie. I tell my son all the time, film doesn't lie.
All right. All
You know,
right.
and you go
Giants
ahead.
at 19.5.
Their total score,
Total score for the Giants.
whew, it goes against my prediction, but yeah, I'll go the under.
Oh, that doesn't go against your prediction. You
Well,
said they had
I was gonna go over, but yes, yeah, no,
you
I
said
changed
they're
my
going to
mind.
have 10
Go, yeah,
points.
10 points, 10 points. We're gonna put them in check.
I'm going to take the under two, even though it's not quite what the score I said, but
Yeah,
I think that's a good line. All right, Malik Nabers to have 80 receiving yards.
yeah, give me the
I'm
over.
You're going to take the over?
Yeah,
All right. I struggle with this one. I'll uh I'll take the under just to be different because
okay,
I'm going both ways. So one
there
of
you
us is
go.
going to be really good, and one of us is not going to be so
Yeah,
good next week. All right, Mahomes over 240 passing yards. He's averaging 222.
yeah, give me the over.
I'll take the over as well on that
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think it's going to be kind of a get right game for him.
yeah.
So, all right, well, hopefully we'll see how all that works out. Hopefully we'll be coming back next week with a victory Monday as
Victory
the Chiefs win
Monday.
on a Sunday night football game
There you go.
down there in New York City against them New York Giants. So, hey, thanks for joining us in this episode of the Kingdom Corner. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and do all those fun things. This episode is brought to you by Oh Hey Threads. You can get your own super soft tee or hoodie at ohheythreads.com. We'll see you next time right here in the Kingdom Corner.